Hello everybody, welcome to OCHD and welcome to another Jumpooty Heroes news video. We have some exciting stuff to talk about today, including some new character reveals. But first things first, you may have noticed this information box pop up on your screen. This is related to the errors that we've all been experiencing within the last week or so. People's accounts being disconnected and stuff. If you're following on Twitter, if you've been in the Discord, if you watched my last video, one of my last videos, I can't remember which one, and you've read the news post, then you know all about this and you've probably resolved this situation already. But lots of people have been losing access to their accounts. If you still haven't sorted yours out, I will link in the description my guide on how to sort it out, and if you can't sort it out, how to get in contact with the developers and try and get your account back. But this is just a prompt to let the Japanese players know, hey, if you click this blue button here, then we'll try and help you out. There's a guide, and then if you can't sort it out, get in contact with us. So if you've already sorted it out, don't need to worry about that. I know a lot of people were very stressed seeing that pop up, myself included. It was like, oh god, they broke it again. No, we're fine. We are fine. So, let's talk about the news. Let's get it all loaded up. And let's start off with the new characters, I think. So, first things first, this is the 21 million downloads event, which some may argue we've already had, myself included. But this the second time they've done this. They did this with the 20 million as well. And I think it's... I don't really know. I don't really know. But they're doing 21 million downloads again. It's fine by me. The download celebrations typically are slightly more generous and have slightly more cool goodies in them. So let's hope that's the case here. This event is the 21 million downloads breakthrough Christmas Cake Daisaksen, which means Operation Christmas Cake. I think we kind of knew a Christmas event was coming, I guess. I don't know. But yes, it is a Christmas event. It runs from the 14th until the 26th. That does raise some questions, I know, about some other stuff which we'll talk about a little bit later. But this is most definitely the next event. And we have 3 characters already revealed. Now, the important thing to note about these characters is we only know that they are not limited. Strictly speaking, I guess we can kind of figure out that they're not Muso and they're not Densetsu characters, but we know for certain they are not limited characters. They could be standard gacha, they could be event units. Now, first one is a new Lala from Talavru. This is the Tomboy Santa Gal Lala. And the sprite looks lovely. We've needed a new Lala, I think, and obviously some people may point out there's a Black Cat X Talavru event coming up early next year, or within the first third of the year next year. So maybe we would have been getting a new Lala there. So maybe they didn't need to release one here, but I would argue that potentially the Lala we get there might be part of a dual unit. And this one is not, and I think maybe this is a free one and we might get a limited dual unit one during that event. I don't know, but we haven't had a Lala since launch, right? No. Yeah, since launch. That's crazy. So I think it's perfectly reasonable to give her a new version here. Sprite looks lovely. This does remind us of the Christmas event we had last year. It was sort of in 3 parts, and I'm wondering if this event might also be in parts. I don't know. But we saw a Christmas Furuhashi from We Never Learn, and now we have some Christmas characters here. So I'm slightly leaning towards the idea of these being free-to-play units, which I am perfectly on board with. Very nice sprite. Now, it is possible that this is sort of a mix and match. And maybe like 2 of these are free and 1 of them is standard gacha, or the other way around, or maybe they're all free, or maybe they're all standard gacha. We don't know. But we're going to know the limiteds tomorrow, and that might give us a clearer idea. There is still one thing we know for certain is added during this event that hasn't been announced here, and that is, of course, the whatever content they are planning to add from Magical Patissier Kosaki-chan. Will that be a limited? Will that be a standard gacha? Will that be an event unit? Will that be just an emblem? Like, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with that. So there are some questions to be asked for certain. But we'll see what happens with that in the coming days. The second character revealed is Rizu Ogata from We Never Learn. The Clockwork Firefly is her title. For those who know, that is one of the titles used for her in the manga. And it's a very nice sprite. The thing is, it's a bit different to Lala, where her old sprite was so old. I have a feeling this is essentially just a costume over the one we already had. I think that was the same case for Furuhashi last year. I think it was essentially just a costume over the existing version. It's still a lovely sprite, but the original sprite was lovely, so it doesn't really matter. But very cool, and if she is free, I think that's awesome. If she's standard gacha, I'm not a big fan of giving standard gachas to characters who already have a standard gacha. In the case of Lala, I'd let it off because it's been so long, and her old version is like, it's not very usable, and the sprite doesn't look very good, and so I'd completely get it. But with Rizu, her version's not anywhere near as old, and it still looks plenty fine, so I would prefer if this was a free unit. And then the final unit is Chisaki Miyazaki from Yuna's Haunted Hot Springs with the title Sweet Dream Delusion. Obviously, once again, the sprite looks lovely, but the sprite already looked good. I'm pretty sure this is pretty much just a costume, but I'm not too mad about it. Would be quite nice if she ended up being a standard gacha, because she doesn't have a standard gacha. Her original version was a free unit already in the tower. So maybe, but I have a feeling all of these are free, personally. It's still very, very cool. And those are the 3 characters we've had announced so far, all related to Christmas. I mean, it is a Christmas event, but yeah, it's interesting because I don't. If these are the free ones, is maybe Kosaki? Maybe that's going to be a limited? No, maybe. I'm really interested to see who they pick for the limiteds. I mean, obviously they could go for like a sort of boring pick, but I feel like if you look back to last year, we had the teacher from We Never Learn, and her, while they have made that a seasonal limited, I would argue that the unit they created isn't explicitly for the season. It is just like a limited worthy version of the character from the series, and they have decided to release it because it felt thematically right for Christmas. And then they released a specifically seasonally themed Furuhashi to go with her. And so I was wondering if they'd maybe do the same here, but I'm not exactly sure who they would pick for all of these. So this is actually very, very cool. Now, let's talk about some of the other stuff. 21 million downloads. As a countdown to this event, we are getting 100 rubies a day for 5 days. Obviously, you don't have to log in every day of the 5 days. You have until the end of the year. You've got plenty of time to log in and collect these 500 rubies. This is how rewards should be done, in my opinion. Quite generous. Give us just some rubies just for a bit of banter. And, you know, we deserve it. We deserve it after the last few weeks, the way the things have been going on in the game. We deserve it. And if you don't have the opportunity to log in within the next week, 2 weeks, doesn't even matter. You can log in, as long as you log in before the 31st of December, you will get your 500 rubies. So that's very, very nice. And we have the sale, the Christmas countdown sale. Let's ignore that because it's awful. And let's talk about the banners. Now, these are not awful. These are awesome. These banners, it only requires 7 multis to get a guaranteed limited, and the first multi is free. So that's pretty cool. Now, I will warn you, each of these banners is only available for 1 day. So if you're gonna summon, do it quick, yeah? Don't dilly-dally. because the banner will disappear fast. And if you're not planning to go all the way on any of the banners, at least do the first multi on every banner. This is a total of 4 free multis on 4 very, very nice banners. And if you do decide to go all the way on the 7th multi, you will get one of these 4 units shown on the banner, guaranteed. But it is random. There's no choice ticket involved. So my personal opinion is, if you have any one of the 4 shown on the banner that you should not summon, you should only go all the way if you have none of the 4 shown on the banner. But definitely do the free multi, obviously. As for me, I happen to have at least 1 limited from each of these banners, so I absolutely will not be going all the way on any of these. But there's some very tasty units in here. Lots of units people are definitely going to want. And to be honest, I don't think there's any of the banners where I think, oh, if you went 7 multis and got that, you'd be disappointed. I think it's 4 very nice picks on each of the banners, so loving it. Absolutely loving it. This is what we like to see in terms of rewards. Free multi on each of these very tasty banners. And then if you want to spend only 7 multis, none of this 10 multis, none of this 15 multis, 18 multis. There was one that was like 40 something multis. Come on. This is what I'm talking about. And good luck to you all. Good luck to you all. That starts tomorrow. Do not miss the first banner, the yellow banner, dropping tomorrow. Then next up, what are we going to talk about next? Oh, yes. That's right. We have the Christmas event information and all that stuff. Obviously, you saw that Ogatarizu is going to be added as a seasonal unit. And they're bringing back all the We Never Learn stuff. Now, to me, this is still a little bit suspicious, because even if we are getting Rizu, this event is coming back. It's giving you a free one of any of the girls of your choice of these 5 here, which is very, very nice. And if you missed out on this event before, this is your opportunity to get the stamps. This is your opportunity to get the costumes. This is your now opportunity to get these emblems for each of the girls. And I believe, I don't know if you get given a choice ticket and then you can get an additional choice ticket, or whether it's just you can get the additional choice ticket. But this event returning with half stamina, and you at least get one of the girls. So that's, regardless, it's very good. And there's other rewards in the event exchange. But the thing that's interesting to me is this event runs until the 19th of January. That is over a month this event is going to be running. And I don't know. Like, the fact that Rizu most likely will be gone by the 26th, and this event just carries on, it sort of suggests to me that maybe, just maybe, there are other We Never Learn girls somewhere in the other stuff coming up. Because I should mention, this event ending on the 26th, and then New Year won't be starting until the 1st. And then, obviously, New Year is probably going to run from the 1st until the 19th. And at the moment, it's looking like that period, the 1st until the 19th, is going to be some sort of gag festival. But again, it's still a little bit unclear. But it looks like from the 19th, that will be Stone Ocean. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean should be starting around then. So it's a bit like we've got like Roboco being added during that New Year event. We know there's some sort of Bobobo involvement. That's very gag-centric already. So I don't know what they're going to be doing with that. But then this period in between Christmas and New Year, what is it? What is it going to be? We know that Cascade from Midori no Makibao 100% is being added on Christmas Day, according to the devs, although they've lied in the past. But it's rare that they have come out and said, on this specific day, this is happening. Especially that far ahead of time. So I don't know if they'd go back on their word for that, but I don't know how that's going to work. Like, is it going to be similar to, like, the release of the Toguro brothers, where it's like, this is a Black Friday banner? Are they going to do like, this is a Christmas banner, and we put Cascade from Midori no Makibao on it? Maybe. Or is there going to be some sort of like maybe animal themed event or maybe sports themed event to take us from Christmas until New Year? It wouldn't be a very long event. It's only a few days. Or is it literally just going to be like New Year's countdown? Here's Cascade. That would be a bit odd, but I suppose that could work. But there's options here. I don't know what they're planning to do, but I'm very interested. And we also have to look at these other reprints because there's a load of Kochikame stuff in here. And yes, okay, there is some Kochikame stuff related to Christmas. There is the event that gives us Maria. And then there is, of course, the Man Festival, Ryotsu. Yes, I do understand that. But it is odd to me. It is odd to me that it's got so much representation in this reprint section. Now, obviously, a lot of this stuff going away on the 14th, which is when the Christmas event starts, but that could be a case of like it moves into the featured reprints or something like that. Or it could just be a countdown type thing, I guess. I don't know. But you can see here, we've got a reprint from We Never Learn, which is to be expected because there's We Never Learn stuff. We've got a reprint from Yuna's Haunted Hot Springs, which is to be expected because we've got stuff from Yuna's Haunted Hot Springs. And from Teloveru, same thing. And from Nisekoi. Now, will Nisekoi, the actual series, be featured in this event? Or will it only be the Nisekoi alternate reality spin-off, Magical Patissier Kosaki-chan, which we know is going to be included in this event? Or like maybe there'll be some interaction between the two series. That could be quite interesting. But regardless, lots of peculiar things going on with these reprints, and I'm excited to see what they announce tomorrow. But one final thing I think we have to touch on is a recent update, which I believe is somewhere around here. It doesn't really matter. It's this one. They have increased the skill cap from 12 to 15 on certain characters starting from the 13th of December. I assume that's when the data download will be. The 13th is, of course, what day? Tuesday. So we'll know more from Tuesday. And we don't know how this is implemented yet. We don't know if it's just literally going to be like, yeah, now they can go up to 15, feed them jewels, or is it like you're going to have to evolve them again, or there's going to be some sort of special awakening process, or they're going to need a special item like in One Piece Treasure Cruise where you get the key to unlock the rest of the limit break board, or like there's loads of different questions that they really haven't answered. This is, considering this is like a huge mechanic change, they haven't, it's been level 12 ever since the start of the game. We're like almost 5 years in now, and this is the announcement. this is all they had to say. So I'm assuming more information will come later. I don't know. This has the potential to be a very cool system. This has the potential to be an absolutely horrific system. Needless to say, if it's going to require jewels to get your characters up to level 15, we're already in a situation where people don't have enough jewels, so hopefully they're going to fix that moving forward. And I'm interested to see how they're going to handle like people who have fed dupes in the past and whatever, whether they will have factored all of this in. Potentially they have, I don't know. But yes, I am very excited to see how this plays out, whether it ends up being absolutely tragic or whether it ends up being awesome. I hope awesome. I hope awesome. And I mean, I think that's pretty much all the important stuff covered for today. If you enjoyed the video, please do like it, and leave me a comment if you've got this far. Let me know who would you like to see as the limited that's announced tomorrow, because I genuinely don't know who they're going to announce, and it's quite exciting. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.